Well, hello there, and welcome to Talking Leeds and another match reaction with myself, Aaron Marshall, and Gerry McNamee, and we're reflecting on the dismal draw against Bristol City. Gerry, you were there, I weren't, so hopefully you can enlighten us with some positivity because doom and gloom seems to be back at Leeds, doesn't it?
Not doom and gloom. It's not doom and gloom. Bristol City is one of the nicer trips. Lovely city, lovely day, lovely autumnal day. They've got great food around the ground. Burger bar. It's one of the best in the league. Yeah, it was just one of those. It was not dissimilar to last year when we won 1-0. That one that Willie hits goes in. He scored last year. That we're happy, but it didn't. And yeah, it wasn't a great performance. It wasn't bad. We dominated. They were very average, and we just didn't shift up enough gears, and we could have won it. We got a point. I mean, doom and gloom, and I think Fark out and all that's a wee bit over the top. We did okay. It wasn't great, but you take your point, and you move on to the next game. It was an away game. Bristol City haven't been beaten at home this season, I don't think.
No, they seem to be the draw specialists as well in the league. Is it 6 draws, I think, or something like that? Is it 7 now?
Yeah.
They seem to be the draw specialists, don't they?
Yeah, we had chances. I mean, early on they forced a few corners, and we started slow. But as the half developed, we sort of took control. Our movement wasn't as quick. And I think that's probably been a criticism throughout the year. I think we missed Ramzani, who's unfortunately out for 6 weeks, which seems to be the standard injury for Leeds. Sam Byron came in for a fair point. I thought Sam Byron was our best player yesterday. I thought he was excellent. Okay. For his defending, he got a few early tackles in. He was getting involved in attacks. But I think there was a tilt on the pitch because it seemed to end up over on the left-hand side. Our left-hand side a lot, and we just couldn't break through. Bristol City had the numbers, and we just weren't good enough, and they did. But we could have. I said Brendan had a shot, I think, or a header. Was it a shot went in the side net, and Matteo Joseph, when he came on, had a chance. Willie forced a great save from Max O'Leary, the keeper, in the first half, and there was sparks there, but just didn't quite come off. Just we go again, as it says. We got 2 home games coming out of 3 against QPR and Plymouth. This should be winnable. Tricky one at Millwall, but I'm not worried. I mean, Sunderland people are panicking about Sunderland. I didn't think there were any great shakes. I know we said that against Ipswich last year, but they've not played all the top teams. Someone probably tell me they have, but I don't think they have. And 5 points at this stage of the season behind is not. We're level on points, or we're a point behind Burnley. So don't panic, guys. It's only 11 or 12 games. We really, we saw what a run we put together last year. We're okay. Maybe drawing a couple of games we should have won, which could be better. Few injuries. I thought our midfield early doors wasn't quite capitalised. As the game went on, Joe Rothwell, I thought was good. I thought Tanaka is good, is standard. Dan James and Bogle looked like their link up was working, but there wasn't enough of it, and the ball wasn't coming down that side enough. And of course, Bogle, he's out now because he's been suspended. So at least we're staggering these suspensions anyway. Solomon, come on. Solomon's the one getting a bit of stick. I saw someone post, well, he'll be gone by January. I mean, it's only a few weeks ago we thought how good he was. He's had an injury. We know he's injury prone. We know he's a talent. And he's come on in 2 or 3 games. He played the whole game the other night. We probably shouldn't have. But there is a player there, so don't write him off after 2 or 3 sub appearances and an injury. We just get used to him. And we didn't see I don't know how to pronounce it. I'm just calling him Josh Give and Take. He was on the bench yesterday. He looks a big unit. He looks a big lad. He looks like he hopefully will get on to do. I'm sure he would have got a run out if we'd been winning.
This is not, Gerry. Is the cause for concern though, because we're going to come up against teams like Bristol City. The phrase, because it was my little one's christening yesterday. I was watching it in the background and all that sort of stuff, and park the bus was how I would. The Bristol City just park the bus, and you're like, what? You just can't break these teams down. How do Leeds? How do they solve that, Jerry? What is the solution to this? Because we're going to be coming up against Plymouth, guaranteed. Plymouth on Saturday, they will do exactly the same. They will throw every man and his dog behind the ball and make sure that Leeds can't break them down. What is the solution? Is it are we too reliant on Ramazani, or is it? I don't know. What is the solution here? How can we solve this? Because we're going to come up against many of these teams this season who will just, as they say, park the bus.
Yeah, we may move the ball quicker, be more quality in finishing. We've Coventry and teams like that have come this year to Ellen Road, and we've beaten them. Portsmouth was just a freak result, as we keep saying. I think that's it. We just persevere, and we just get the breaks. We broke through them enough times yesterday. We had chances easily. I say that was a brilliant move, and Willie, it didn't do anything wrong. He hit it towards goal, and it was fantastic goal line clearance. Defensively and attacking, that was a good move. So you can't knock that. But there wasn't. We just couldn't. We seemed to get bogged down on the left-hand side, as I said, and it was a bit frustrating. But it's the Championship, and you're coming across games like this. I mean, Burnley drew at home to QPR, who were bottom of the league or virtually bottom. So I'd like it to be better, but I'm not overly concerned. I don't think there's any panic in there. We've been unlucky with injuries, 3 star players, but we found 2 midfielders who've changed the tempo and played well. And we go out again. We go out and beat. Is it Plymouth we have next week? Plymouth.
It is. Plymouth
everybody forgets about this, and results come through. I'm not overly concerned, but I was a wee bit disappointed. Yeah, I must admit. But I just Leeds.
It happens. It happens though, doesn't it, Jerry? In this league, you are going to come up against this. And Bristol City, they're no mugs. They're the draw specialists. No. Sunderland have got to go there. Burnley have got to go there. They've got to, go there and try and get something. And they're clearly making it really difficult. Will they be in the playoffs though? Come the end?
No, Bristol City are perennial 12th place. No, I don't see them. I don't see them in relegate. I don't see them. They're just I think they're probably the longest in the Championship of any team. They flirted with it a few years ago. They got the playoffs, but they've got a great setup down there. But no, I think they're just happy to move along. One of the things to say before the game, there was tribute to Lean Manning. The Bristol manager, who lost his son, was absolutely tragic. I didn't realise he was actually there yesterday.
Oh, was he? Right, okay.
But he was actually back managing. But the whole crowd, including the Leeds fans, it was quite moving. And you think what he's lost, and it just doesn't bear thinking about. But that was a nice touch.
Good.
But overall, okay. I mean, I thought our centre halves rolled on and Strike played well. I mean, if Naki Wells was there, and just Naki Wells. You talk about perennial Championship. Naki Wells is Championship, and he's done this before, but never really got a sniff. And a few Irish lads was kept. The goalkeepers are the Irish lads. Sykes, Knight. They brought on Sinclair Armstrong, who's a big lad. And I was thinking he should be playing for Ireland. Then I watched him. I thought, give him a bit longer. They brought on 2 big lads, and as I say, in Ireland, they couldn't kick snow off a rope. I don't think they weren't brilliant, and they didn't have anything in the second half. They didn't, other than a little flurry at the end. It didn't have anything. It was a 0-0, which will never be remembered again. But I know a lot of people went down to Bristol and stayed over the night and had a good time. So and the fans were in fine fettle, and I say a lovely autumnal day. And Bristol, a beautiful city. That's all I can say. There's not much more to say about the game. And we look forward. Hopefully, nobody else is injured. I think it'll probably be Firpo will probably be back next game, and Sam Byron will move to the right. And if Sam, his first start of the season, and I did think he was our best player. He tackles. He got involved in the attacks. And he's a great squad player to have, and he can, we know that he can play 20, 25 games a season, and just to come in and cover any of those positions. We've got to prepare now. Joe Rodon's going to get done soon with a yellow card, and that'll be him out. But it'll be. I mean, other players, Willie, he had that chance, and he was unfortunate, and he'd won. The keeper saved. He could have scored any other day. A couple of times he lost the ball in midfield. Our passing wasn't as crisp. We give it away a couple of times. But overall, Willie was decent. Dan James faded a bit, and then the subs, Pat Bamford came on. Somebody's linked Pat Bamford to Southampton. Have you heard that? I don't know.
Have I? Really?
Yeah, Pat Bamford to Southampton. You know what'll happen? He go to Southampton and start scoring goals, but he wasn't on long enough to make a difference. Pirro, he did okay. He defends well. I'll give him that. He's a defensive player, but some of his touches a bit wishy-washy. He didn't really make an impression on the game. I say Matteo Joseph, when he came on, his first effort, header and challenged the keeper. But we lacked a wee bit of bite, and we're a bit unlucky. And up
and you
against,
need, especially when you're away from home, you do need that little bit of luck these days, don't you? Especially in the Championship. High scoring draws as well in the Championship yesterday.
Yeah.
And another one this afternoon. Norwich played against Middlesbrough. I think Middlesbrough 3-1 up, and Norwich come back on 10 men as well. 3-3.
That's a good draw for us, because they're both. I think Middlesbrough, I looked when they were 3-1 up. They were only 3 points behind us. And teams like that creep up if you had a couple of bad results.
And Mr. Wayne Rooney as well, 3-3 with Preston, and Burnley, as you say, 0-0 with QPR. So again, it's all going along nicely, isn't it, for Leeds? There's no need to panic yet, is there?
We're tucked in. If this was a 1,500 meter or 5,000 meter, you'd just be tucked in behind the leaders. Just keep making sure you're in touch. But don't shoot your bolt straight away.
And we're not worried too much about Sunderland just yet, are we? Or should they start planning their promotion party?
Well, as long as only one team that does it this year, we don't mind if we go up with them. Funny enough, did you see Somerville scored in the 2-1 win for West Ham? His first goal. That was
fantastic.
Fair play. Good man.
Play to the guy.
There's no fun. It's no fun watching Man United now because they lose most times. It's just no fun anymore. It's just predictable. Well, it is fun, but it's just predictable.
It is good fun, but I think Mr. Ten Hag will be shortly departing. I think from.
No, let's hope to get a good result again. So he gets one good result, and he gives him a couple more weeks. Let's hope. I don't know who they're playing next, but I think it could be in the Carabao Cup that they win that, and he keeps them going, and we can just laugh at them, and that keeps us ticking over. I've just been watching Celtic this afternoon. They've won 3-0, and that keeps me happy. And then I'm going to watch. And you can tell my other half's away for the day. I'm going to watch Dundalk play, which possibly could be their last ever home game if we don't get some money. So we'll be all right. We'll be okay. But that's the worry. So I've had one of those lazy footballing days, and it will probably take me through till midnight when I catch up on highlights.
Excellent.
I'm sad, really.
No, it's all good fun, but as I say, with Leeds, we're on to the next one, aren't we, Jerry?
There's not much to talk about on the game, just my Sunday afternoons. Don't forget the clocks went back last night, so anybody's wondering why it's dark. It's no. If you're wondering why it's dark, you realise your clock has gone back. But it's the time of year I sort of feel dead chuffed that I haven't touched the cooker clock, and it reverts back to normal. The sundial's a bit harder. Just move it next door.
I had to do the car as well. That's always a trick on changing the daylight saving mode off and all that. You've had to do.
I haven't checked that. I think it just does it automatically. Most things are automatically. I usually wait 3 or 4 weeks to do the clock in the kitchen. It just look at it. I'll get round to it. Yeah, I think they should just leave it alone. They did that once, and it was dark till about 9 a.m. I'm that old. I remember that. They did it for a couple of years. It was those farmers in Scotland that they don't just get up earlier. Farmers in Scotland. That's what I'm saying. I tell you what, it just shows that what a dreary game it was. Yes, about farmers in Scotland.
Another little fact for you as well is that we'll now start playing with the yellow footballs as well, because obviously the clocks have gone forwards, backwards, forwards, or whatever it is. You start using those now.
Apparently, obviously, I was at the game, but apparently the coverage was dreadful on TV.
It was.
The commentator, somebody said the commentator kept saying Joe, what do you call him, Rodon, or he was mispronouncing it. Sounded disinterested, and it was just shaky
from where
camera.
It was, and I think like Bristol City, I think that we're in their gantry up there, because they must have filmed it on an iPhone or something, because they're literally on the top of the roof, and you couldn't you couldn't zoom in. It was just not great coverage.
No, that's we're paying big money with Sky. I think you'd do it better, but Oh well.
They're doing it on the cheap, Jerry. They're doing it on the cheap.
Yeah. Well, the Leeds fans who were there had enjoyed it anyway. So it's
Yeah.
we onwards the next away game, Millwall. That should be fun. It's always very welcoming in the sleepy East London village. Yeah.
Oh, are you going to that one, Jerry?
I'm not sure. I'm not sure.
sure.
I might or might not. I don't know.
Have you done Millwall away before?
Yeah, I've done it a few times, and it's like when you come out, they keep you back half an hour. They might as well stick a target on your back because you feel you're being watched. The last time I was there, I had a 10, 15-minute walk back to the car, and I was looking around me the whole time. That's the only ground I ever feel that. Most grounds, I mean, I wore my colours yesterday at Bristol City. It's all right, most clubs, but Millwall is just, it's not nice.
You're still penned in as well. You're like sheep at the end as well, aren't you?
Oh, they're horrible. They are a horrible club, and I really don't like going there. So, but we'll get them out of the way, and we'll keep going. And don't worry, lads. Everything will be fine. Don't panic.
Everything's going to be okay. Good stuff, Jerry. That's what we like to hear. A little bit of therapy needed after that dull 0-0 draw. But listen, as it always happens in this league, and it has to happen because you can't win 46 games over a season. You are going to pick up a few draws, and hopefully we kick on and get a really good result against Plymouth. I can't wait for that one. I hope Wayne Rooney's going to get some stick for that one, isn't it?
Yeah, we have the best players, best squad in this league. Sometimes it's difficult to show it, but we have, and I think once we no more injuries, please. Ramzani, as I say, was missed, I think, yesterday. He's just got something that bit extra, but yeah, let's hope we've had our share of injuries. Everybody gets back in January and we go on that run, but we've got a chance to go on a good run till Christmas now. But you look at teams like Luton came down, had a decent record in the Premier League, and they're really struggling. But someone like that, they could go on a run and get up there. It's that sort of division. We got the guts of 34 games left. It's a lot of games.
And we're only going to need to win what? I don't know, 25 or so.
Yeah,
that's all we need.
3, 6. Yeah, that's about right. Yeah, I'm doing me sums. Yeah, if Leeds get 100 points, there's 2 teams that'll get 105. That's the way it always feels. But we should be all right. Should be all right.
Cheers, Jerry. Thanks for that, and we'll see you on the next one.
Good evening. All the best.
Cheers, guys.